Hi, I am Nicole Marstall, and I will be presenting case study 3 today. The client we will be discussing is a 6-year-old male with a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. Some of his behavior concerns would be stereotypy, crying, disrobement, and elopement. The intervention we will be discussing today is using stimulus equivalents to teach one of the verbal operants. Verbal operants are verbal behavior that is defined by the function that they serve. For this intervention, we were teaching the verbal operant tacting. Tacting is putting a name or a label on an item or object. During this intervention, we were teaching the stimulus class of toys, so the function of all items were things that you would play with, such as dolls, balls, cars, etc. In order to achieve stimulus equivalence, there are 3 things that you need. Those 3 things are reflexivity, symmetry, and transitivity. So we will be going over each one of those today. So first, for reflexivity, it means that A equals A. So the client was taught to match a picture of a ball or other toy to another picture of a ball or whatever the target was for this case. During this phase, the pictures were also identical. Next, we move to understanding symmetry. Symmetry means that A equals B and B equals A. For example, the client was taught that the picture of a ball matches a physical ball. The derived stimulus relation, or the unlearned target, would be that the physical object of the ball also matches the picture of the ball. So they were taught the picture matched the physical item, and then in turn, they were able to learn that the physical item matched the picture without specific training on that. Next was transitivity. Transitivity relates to A equals B and B equals C, so it can be derived that A would also equal C. So I'll describe what this looked like during the intervention. The client was taught that a picture of a ball matched the physical object of ball. This would be the A equals A. Then was taught that the physical object of a ball equaled the vocal word ball. This would be the B equals C. The derived stimulus relation, or the target that was learned without specific training, was that the derived stimulus relation was that the picture of a ball equaled the vocal word ball. This would be the A equals C. The client was able to tact the ball without specifically being taught that the picture equaled the vocal word. In order to have the stimulus equivalence, you must have all 3 of those things: reflexivity, symmetry, and transitivity. And then the derived stimulus relations are involved in getting true stimulus equivalence, as those are the untrained responses the learner is gaining throughout the intervention. So in case you missed how this procedure was used to teach tacting, specifically, I'll break it down a little bit more. First, the client was taught to match 2 identical pictures, and this was reflexivity. Next, the client was taught to match the picture to the object, and then this was the symmetry component, which involved them also learning that the object to the picture was the same as well. They were able to match that also. And then finally, the learner was taught to tact the picture vocally, and in turn was also able to tact the picture of the object. This was the teaching procedure used for tacting items throughout that toy stimulus class. So it kind of went through the reflexivity, symmetry, and transitivity, and in turn was able to get that stimulus equivalence through tacting. So thank you for listening to this presentation, and I will see you next time.